Bringing it out, it's Thomas. Tackle at the 12. Coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass, it's Nussmeier. That's caught. It's Green. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Completion makes it second and short. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Durham. Running with purpose. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Toss play. Back heads to his right. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 36.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. And really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Well, I love how the quarterback takes his time on that ride to the back. I thought he might have to pull it out, but he hung on. Gave it to the back, and it paid off for a nice game.
First down. You're going to throw the football. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down after that previous play. And they'll give it to the back. Inside the 35. Tackle made. The game moves the ball to 30.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
They'll give it to the back. Picks up 2, so it's second and 8.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Looking for 6. Looking to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. More problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
He escapes the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
What a great route here by this tight end on third down. And the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on third down? Of course, the tight end. And now we've got first and goal.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up second and goal. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
offense eat up the entire first quarter. Talk about moving the ball methodically down the field, and then eventually you're able to punch it in for a touchdown. This defense is going over the sidelines just looking for answers.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Caught over the middle, it's Peoples. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And it works. The first down to the 35. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Boy, this quarterback's doing a great job of just managing the game. Nice throw, good completion on first down, and he's already got a play call. He's ready to snap the ball again.
Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to get a first down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. First down from there. The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Back to throw again. With the catch, it's Tate. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
Buckeyes pick up enough to get a first down there.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
First down and 10. To throw, it's Sayin. Running out of time in the pocket. Couldn't find anybody open. He just has to throw it away. 2nd and 10 now from the 28 after the incompletion. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And there's the point after. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Breaking free at the 35. Tough to show with a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
And nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, picks up some big yards.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Looking to make a play through the air. On the run here. Lets it go. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And a good timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Johnson. Oh, what a grab! They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Looking for a receiver. The pocket breaking down. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a 1st down and keep the drive going.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he steps out of bounds just short of the end zone. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, LSU. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
Now, this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. Nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Well, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his 2nd touchdown alone here in the 1st half.
They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a huge gain there, but that's it for this period. They'll kick it off to begin the 2nd half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. On the first play of the drive now from the 25. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First play of the 2nd half, they keep it on the ground. It's just the middle to get stuck. That run goes nowhere.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changed.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. The Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it. Enough for a 1st down. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. The Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They keep him off balance for the run. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. The offense going with the hurry up.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
Fires it to the wideout. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion. They do it for a second time. Looking downfield, it's Sayan. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. Shotgun, here's an inside give. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening that another first down.
Confident play there on 4th and 1. Get behind the big fellas up front. Get a good push. You have to like that call on this part of the field. A punt there doesn't net much of a change in field position, so the right call is made and you pick up the first down.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Grinding away on the ground. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Back to pass. It's Johnson. He's running out of time here. Picked off, a crucial turnover. He could go. Across midfield. He's past the 30. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense produces 6 points.
Not only are they able to come up with some points of their own, now the defense on the other side comes up with a turnover and a touchdown to tie the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
Extra point is up and good, and we're now tied here in the fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Keeping it on the ground here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
Clock stops officially 2 minutes to go before the end of this game. We'll take a quick pause. Offense getting set. It's second down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's got it in the open. He's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a first down.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp. Second down after the incompletion. Back to throw. It's Johnson. Makes the catch. It's Durham. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the mark. Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky fourth down decision? Caught over the middle. It's sharp. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. It's another first down as they get near the 50 now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
He's back to throw again on 2nd down. Fires it on the move. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there. Got backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Well, this young man is doing everything he can to keep his team in this game, and this play checks all the boxes. Need a first down? Check. Get out of bounds and stop the clock? Check. Avoid himself getting a big hit? That's a big check.
He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. They take the lead in the final minute.
That is just an outstanding job by this quarterback. With the game on the line, he finds the matchup with his go-to receiver, makes a perfect throw here to the receiver, and they score late to take the lead.
This one will be fair caught. The first play of the drive now from the 25. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Gets made on the out route. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Now they're going to hustle to the line and get set. Gives it to the back. Nowhere to run up the middle. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. On the move now. Escapes the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the 4th quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
Locates the tight end. It's complete. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Receiver in motion now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. That's enough to move the sticks and give him a first down at the 41. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. They continue to march toward an 8-time touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Scanning the field. It's Sayin. And this pass is caught. The tackle is made. The clock runs out, and that will do it. Well, a really entertaining game. Came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and forth, trade blow for blow. Excellent team win by these guys, doing what they had to do in the final quarter to come out on top.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, folks, to Hard Rock Stadium, the home of the Dolphins here in Miami, Florida. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, LSU Tigers, taking on another SEC team, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Quick throw over the middle. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Chris, how about this call here in the first play in the national championship? They take a shot downfield. They don't hit it. You know what? I think it sends a message to the defense and also gives us an indication of what their personality and approach is like in a big game of this magnitude. They're going to be aggressive.
Bringing pressure.
If that's any indication of what we're going to see today, we're in for some hard hitting. Quarterback's got to be careful with taking hits like that, or eventually the wear and tear of those hits will start to add up.
Defense is coming after him. He's going to take off here. And they'll stop him just short of the mark. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. The offense stays on the field in this opening drive. They'll go for it in their own territory. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. So early contact with the defense. That'll push the ball up 5 yards. So 1st and 10. That's a costly mistake by the defense on fourth down. They'll run it from the gun. Eludes a tackle. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to Jacob Hester, Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. Second down after that run on the previous play. Give it to the back again. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful and let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he...
Now here he goes. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Back to throw. It's Johnson. Moves out of the pocket. He throws the ball out of bounds. They're smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Breaks into the clear. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense has got this drive going. Now a killer penalty to extend it. A fresh set of downs now. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Looking to throw again. He escapes the pocket. It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5. Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. To the air, it's Johnson. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there. Looking to throw on third and goal. Looking to scramble. Intercepted in the end zone.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
First and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Gibson. Get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Looking to pass here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Gibson. He's in the clear. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Important third down play coming up after that completion. It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, hey, it didn't go for a touchdown, but this is great execution. Knew exactly what they needed to do. First down, move the sticks.
And the Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes the catch downfield. Here he goes. He rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
The Sooners hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal.
221 wing, 221 wing.
Scanning the field. It's Mateer. Pressure is coming. Swarm with a pass rush. A sack.
That's a big sack by this defense here on first down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a first and goal situation.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, this isn't exactly how we envisioned this game getting started. You see an interception earlier, thinking, okay, great opportunity, bang, they throw an interception right back. So everything is even. We can start all over, and the offense comes back out on the field.
Brought down to the 23, good enough for a first down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Using his legs on the scramble.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. On the move now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
Well, crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. So off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Using his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
What a good job here by this quarterback, being very conscious of both the line to gain for that first down, as well as not necessarily taking a big hit early in this game. Great situational awareness and a first down.
And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
To throw, it's Johnson. The pass rush gets home. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Fielded in the end zone. It's Garcia. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They stop him right at the 24.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Oh, and it's nearly intercepted, but dropped by an excellent defensive player. It's going to bring up third down.
Boy, oh boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series, almost has another one here. He's got to start taking better care of the football.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And they keep the drive going. It's a first down of the 46. The Sooners come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go at the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Oh, and they get him. The defense finally chasing him down for a sack.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game, and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42. Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. That's a design quarterback keeper. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Quick throw to his receiver. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Got the 1st down and still motoring. They bring him down, but the game moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. And that run good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. The sure hands. It's buried. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. 1st down from the 30.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch. Gets the 1st down in the process.
Looking downfield, it's Johnson. Throwing for his running back. Caught over the middle. It's buried. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a 1st down. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Ball carrier brought down what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. Set up now with a 1st and goal, a chance to finally score the 1st touchdown of this game. There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Touchdown, Tigers! They draw first blood in this national title game.
Chris, we finally have a touchdown. Man, it has been a struggle to watch these two offenses try to put together a drive, let alone try to put points up on the board. But we finally got our first touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. 1st down. They're going to throw the football. Moves out of the pocket. He gets loose. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 1. And the Sooners begin to crank up the tempo a bit. Handoff here from the shotgun. He shreds the tackle. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels.
The offense comes up with a huge gain. It looks like they're going to go up-tempo. Keep this momentum going and keep the defense as much as you can on their heels.
Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Second down play coming up for this offense. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. The Sooners keep the football on the move.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
And it comes down to this in the national championship. Close game. Final minutes. Can this quarterback step up and make a winning play? Makes the ground. It's Potts. They make the stop at the 25, but it's 1st and 10 for this offense. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they can't bring him down. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack in a crucial moment.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
The sure hands. It's Gibson. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Looking to throw. It's Mateer. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And that one's picked off. What a play. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Breaks into the clear. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second and short here, exactly what you want when you're trying to run the clock out and secure the victory. Back to pass. It's Johnson. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down, but that first down is all they need to clinch the national championship.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. We're the last team standing at the top of the mountain for national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. I'm Reese Davis, and next, let's choose your rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring more than 1,000 additional players, choose the active roster option, or you can select the rosters from our original launch with a default roster option. Here is where you can customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the updated list of available options and customize your conferences complete with unique rules and protected rivals. It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over an established contender or build a team from the ground up? Pay attention to each team's prestige rating, represented by the number of stars next to each team's name. Teams with a higher prestige will be ready to compete for the college football playoff right away. On the other hand, lower prestige teams provide a greater challenge to build into contenders. The choice is time to figure out where on now for the fun part. Here, you'll create a coach of your own or select an existing one. If your plan is to create a custom coach, you can fully customize your coach's appearance, backstory, and starting skills. If you're going for an existing coach, EA Sports College Football 26 has more than 120 real head coaches and more than 190 real coordinators. Now it's time to choose your coach's archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What's most important to you? Maximizing player development, acquiring new talent, or putting your team in the best position to win? Congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching contract.